Hi, I'm Dilip here from Aries International Education Center. Let's look at the reading tips. So, the IELTS reading usually takes 1 hour in length, and unlike the listening test, there is no extra time given to transfer your answers. So, as you are reading, when you get to the answer, you write it directly in your answer sheet. For reading and listening, it's advisable to use capital letters. Use your pencil. So there are 3 reading passages. There are, and as the test progresses, it gets more and more difficult. So when you're practicing, you use 20 minutes for each passage. And most of these passages are taken from magazines or newspapers. It's a good idea if you can read The Guardian online or Reader's Digest or some of the National Geographic channel. You watch the channel. You see, some of these passages are extracted from these newspapers or articles, and then questions are made. So there is a high probability that if you have a habit of reading the news or articles, you might get the same passage. So that's a probability. There are 40 questions and each question carry 1 mark. Make sure you don't make any spelling mistakes, otherwise it might be marked wrong. But anyway, there are no negative marking here. And there are different types of reading questions. One of them is like yes, no, not given. Here, if your lot of synonyms are used, by the way. So if your answer matches with the passage, for example, if the sentence matches with the sentence in the passage, maybe the words are different but the whole idea is same, then it is yes. If it is contradicting, then it is no. And if nothing is told about this particular answer, then it is not given. Let's take an example. Now there is a line in the passage which says, in the hospital, the staff gets their free meal. Now the question is, doctors get free breakfast. Now this is true because it matches with what the passage says. Then there is another sentence which says, nurses do not get lunch. Now this is contradicting because they said staff. Nurse is one of the staff of the hospital. So now this is false, or it's false or no. Now there is not given. There is a sentence which says, coffee is given freely to the visitors. Now of course this is not given because there is nothing in the passage which talks about visitors or coffee. Now there is something called matching the paragraphs with heading. What you do is read the first 2 lines and last 2 lines of the paragraph, and then try to read all the headings, understand it, and see which heading matches with this particular paragraph. If you don't get it, you can also read the whole paragraph, but this is one of the tips. So thank you and all the best for your